My name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Yes, sir. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are now tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Darren Otero, a.k.a. Steve Stevens, sitting with my co-host, the Big Skipper. They call him the chiropractor around these parts because he's known to straighten people out. You're doing a lot of fucking moaning in my ear, dude.
Yeah,
What's up, man?
I'm fucking a little irritated right now, bro.
Well, obviously. What's going on?
Fucking road rage on the way in here, bro.
Well, oh, God. Here we go again, dude. What, are you pulling over on the side of the road fighting some fucking guy or what, dude?
I'm about to fuck this dude up.
What happened?
You know, the worst fucking driving law that they came out with was this turn on red, right turn on red shit. Because the motherfuckers think it's a stop sign. I'm doing 65-ish, maybe 70-ish, down St. Rose, headed towards the M, 4-lane fucking highway, approaching the light in front of the N. Guy sitting at the red light, just thinks he can pull the fuck out, you know? You can take that right on red, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it if there's nothing coming.
Oh, I got you. You're hauling down 70. He makes the right on the red and boom.
Fucking I hate.
Because you're not expecting anybody to be turning at all.
How's this motherfucker pulling out into 4 lanes of traffic going 70 miles an hour?
No different than if it was a stop sign.
Yeah, he takes a right on red, pulls right out in front of me. I almost fucking T-boned the cocksucker.
So what happened? You pulled over on the side of the road?
I went
or you
ballistic.
started yelling at him and said,
I went ballistic on the motherfucker, only to find out it was about a 70-year-old lady.
Oh, isn't that nice? Road rage is a motherfucker. A lot of people catch cases out here on a daily basis.
You got to be careful.
You got to hold your rage in.
I'm ready to beat this motherfucker's ass. Tell him to pull over. I pull up next to this fucker, and it's like a 70-year-old lady, man.
Oh, fuck.
I think they were coming back from bingo or heading to bingo. I don't know.
You got Harrison Forded, basically. Motherfucker was way too old to be driving the vehicle.
Just when I'm ready to beat someone down, it's a 70-year-old lady.
Oh, you were pumped up. You were ready to get a little scrap before work, huh?
Yeah, so I'm just like, fuck. So I get on the highway and head to the office.
When's the last time you've been in a fucking scrap?
It's been a fucking while,
huh?
dude. It's been a while.
Well, I know that.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Well, I know that,
I'm a lover, not a fighter, bro.
I understand that, but there's been a few scuffles. I mean, I'd have to say within the last, I don't know what that was, a year, you and Ron, I remember someone getting lumped up, black eye on top of black eye, and knocked the fuck out at the blackjack table at the D.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Shout out to the D for letting Big Ron catch that knockout with the Big Skipper.
You don't want to fuck with Big Ron.
Yeah, let's get into the show.
It's been a while, though. I mean, back in the day, the Big Skipper used to get in a few brawls.
Yeah. Were you a scrapper all around on the ground? Were you one hit fucking knockout?
I'm not gonna give away my
grappler, wrestler? What?
I'm not gonna give away my secrets.
You stand up or you take it to the ground?
Well, you do know that I wrestled from 8 years old.
I figured your big ass taking
From
it to
8
the
years
ground.
old till about 17, I was a wrestler. I mean, I wrestled 10 years, so.
Yeah. Well, you wrestled.
You don't want to lock up. You don't want to lock up with the Big Skip.
Let me see, dude.
I still fucking got it, dude.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. February 15th, 2018, podcast number 156. Your Bucky Can Suck Dicks.
Wow.
Real fucking simple. Podcast 156. Shows brought to you every week by betonline.ag, paperhead.com, and our boys over there at BetDSI, Skip.
You ain't lying.
You're watching the podcast or listening to the podcast, and you own a small business, work at a company interested and getting involved with the booming sports business industry, send us an email for advertising at VIPSportsLasVegas.com. We'll get back to you with all the details on how you can become a sponsor of our show. You marijuana dispensaries, 3 of them contacted us.
I was just going to say, we had 3 of them. They don't want to.
3 of them contacted.
Cheap motherfuckers don't want to get up enough paper.
We're going to need a little bit more than 5 G's a month, dude, okay?
I mean, come on.
5 G's a week, no fucking problem.
We send 3 customers that come to Vegas and want to know where to get the best weed,
you're talking
and we
about
send them to your dispensary. Those 3 guys are going to pay for this fucking advertising.
You hear me and Skip rant and rave about wanting to have oil tycoons and big end guys. Well, unfortunately, whether we like it or not, it's hard for a Fortune 500 guy to put on the VIP Sports Podcast in the back of the Bentley when his 12-year-old and the 8-year-old are in the car. So
yeah, businessmen do not like to be publicized like that.
Yeah, correct. And like I said, listening to our podcast and different ways, but we get a lot of college students. So do you marijuana dispensaries? Out of our 7,000 views, 6,000 of those people are smoking weed and coming to Las Vegas for sure.
Yeah, most likely.
Anyway, like I said, you want to become a sponsor of the show, Offshore sports books, I appreciate the overwhelming response you guys have given us, offering us high six figures. Shout out to our boys at book.com offering $500,000.
We already got
for the year, but
we already got the two best, right?
We got two No, we don't want our podcast to be prostituted out by sports books. It doesn't.
We're not whores.
No, we're not sluts. So we keep it to just a couple, and then our boys at paperhead.com. Today's show, we're going to go over some Winter Olympics, which should fucking excite the shit out of you.
Are you kidding me?
I mean,
they tuned in just to hear about the Olympics.
I mean, fucking absolutely unbelievable out there, huh? We're still hearing about Shaun White and all the same fucking people.
Oh, God.
You know?
Don't make me laugh so hard already.
NBA news. Like I said, we got some NBA headlines. College basketball, who's hot, who's not. College hot trends. Obviously, college basketball is where all the money's made, so we got to do that.
Especially this week with the All-Star break here.
And, of course, NHL. It is NBA All-Star Weekend in L.A. Be careful.
I'm sure I'll be seeing some pictures on Instagram and Twitter of you in L.A.
Well, actually,
back to the beach house.
Actually, I'm not going.
No?
No, I'm staying here in town. All-Star break in L.A.
No.
There's a good chance with the people I hang out with, I might get shot another time for being wrong.
We don't need any more of that.
I'm too old to be in that shit, but I still
remember when it came to Vegas, bro?
Las Vegas said, NBA, we love you.
Yeah.
We don't ever want to.
Never again.
No one spent any money.
Complete bedlam.
No. Came to the strip clubs.
A lot of looting, a lot of shooting, a lot of fighting, a lot of police arrests. Hey, damn, people are having a good time.
Las Vegas likes it when them cowboys come to the strip club with about 50,000.
They don't tip, but they spend money.
They spend a ton of fucking money.
Yeah, little tippers.
Versus a guy coming in for NBA All-Star coming into the club with $80 looking to hang out all night. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it is what it is. But like I said, it should be a fantastic weekend. And you never know, I might be out there.
I can see you doing something crazy. Maybe Floyd calls you.
That's what I mean.
Next thing you know, you're on the fucking G6 and you're in LA.
It would have to be a spur of the moment.
I can see something like that happening.
Anyway, if you're just catching on to the VIP Sports Podcast, the VIP Sports Podcast is the only podcast in the nation, on YouTube, on the internet, period, that delivers you inside information on making more money betting sports than any other sports betting program in the world.
And if that does happen, call me, by the way.
Correct.
I mean,
yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bring me along.
That's a fact.
Right.
But one thing you guys got to understand, we don't go over every game. We're not ESPN. This isn't Fox.
No.
Don't ask us to go over news and this, that, and the other.
Break down every game and every matchup.
Yeah, don't ask us to do that. Our show is only about making you better sports bettors, teaching you the lingo, and showing you how to make a second income.
We have a staff that does that.
Correct. So the same guy that keeps asking for sporting news and this, that, and the other.
Turn on ESPN, bro.
I got 2 pieces of news you can put on your chin, okay?
Yeah. That's the same guy that never calls in and signs up.
Yeah, spend some money and get some games and stop trying to tell us about the show. You know what I mean? I think I'm the only sports consultant in the history of sports betting to be on primetime television or documented on CNBC, the Business Financial Network that runs the fucking world. We're in a class on our own. Don't compare me or my crew to nobody.
We're here to talk about making money, sports betting. Which teams are hot, which teams are not, what trends are, which teams are getting you fucking paid, which teams got you losing your fucking house. We're not here to break down every game like ESPN does.
No, and we're not going to.
That's not what we're here for.
We're going to tell you these teams do not fucking bet. And these teams, if you've been betting over the last 13 games, you're getting fucking rich.
And if you're listening, you're getting paid. And if you're calling in and you got an account, you're getting even more paid.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you want to hear information or you want to get fucking paid?
Yeah, the same guy that's telling us what to do on the podcast
is jacking off in his one-bedroom apartment with a tall can, fingering his asshole.
Yeah, same guy that doesn't even bet games.
Yeah, fine. Come on, man, boss up a little bit, dude. There's more to life than a tall can of beer and a fucking $5 sports ticket, dude. Your elbows got psoriasis on them. Your hands are all chapped up from drinking. No. You're smoking Marlboro Reds in the backyard of the one-bedroom apartment. Grandma's yelling at you and shit.
You should be tired from fucking last night on Valentine's Day.
Exactly. Fucking your Fifi that you made, the little handmade thing that he made. Anyway, by the way, happy Valentine's
Day, ladies.
Our ladies listeners out there. Skip, did you go out last night?
I do not celebrate holidays. You know that.
Yeah, well,
I've been with the same woman for 33 and a half years. Mm-hmm. The last thing I need is a fucking calendar to tell me that I'm supposed to tell her I love her.
I got you. So Valentine's Day's every day over there at the fucking Skipper.
Listen, man, it's a holiday every fucking day in Skipper's world and Skipper's family world. I do not celebrate holidays.
Yeah, well, you know, when you make your type of money, I'd have to say every day is a holiday.
Every day is a fucking holiday.
You want to get a hold of us, 877-220-6540. If you're looking for a free pick, don't call us at least till football season.
Eat a dick.
We're not giving out any free games. If you call us, plan on spending some money and plan on making more money than you've ever made in your life. To you college guys that have $300 to your name, you shouldn't be gambling. Buy Top Ramen, put it in your fucking cabinet, and eat for the next month. You know what I mean?
This is a business, and when you treat sports betting like a business, it will pay you like a business. All businesses require some type of investment.
Yep.
So what he's saying is if you got $327 to your name, we can't help you. Doesn't mean you're a bad guy or a bad woman. We just can't help you. You need a minimum of $1,500 to get started with us. I'm going to say Barry has minimum $1,000.
Yep.
You need to pay our membership fee, which is $250 for your first week to get rolling, and then you're going to need at least $600-700 to start betting with.
And don't
Barry has minimum $1,000.
And here's the thing that I don't want you to take offense to either. Like I said, if you call our company inquiring or you call us and you want to sign up, one of my salesmen call you, ask you for $200, $250, and you say you got to think about it, you shouldn't have called us to start with.
Why'd you call?
Correct. So that's all I'm trying to say.
We're telling you up front, it's a minimum $250 to get started, and at least $700-800 in bankroll to start betting with.
We deal with the biggest sports bettors in the world, and it takes money to make money. And like I said, we want you guys out there. Shout out, by the way, to all the people that took advantage of my personal plays.
Wow, a lot of happy people.
6-1-1 to
A lot
be
of
exact,
happy
Skip.
people.
So, a lot of people out there excited. That's what happens when you pay big money and get my plays. So all you guys out there that can't afford me, do what it takes to up your money so you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because when you pay, we can play.
Good things aren't cheap, and cheap things aren't good.
Free could be the most expensive word in the world.
Amen.
Somebody texts you or emails you a free game and you lose $500. What part of free was that?
Come about this, do it the right way, invest a couple dollars, share the investment, share in the return. It's that simple.
Goddamn right. If you're watching the podcast on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our channel. When you click the subscribe button, make sure you click on the notifications. That way you get alerted to everything that we come out with. As you know, I do the Motivation 101 videos. We come out with all different ways, videos of us making money, talking shit, bring you into my life of a guy that bets big and live larger. We told you about, we released on Instagram a big deal that we inked, something that's going off very special. Shout out to the real Brad Leah out there. As you know, you got the Grant Cardones, you got the Anthony Robbins, you got the Zig Ziglars. Listen, these guys have a lot of money. These guys are great people. They taught you how to close 20 years ago.
Right.
There's time for the new school guy that's going to show you guys how to be the best salesman in the world. It's going to be called the Master Closer 101 editions, how to be the best salesman in the world, how to take your mouthpiece from a BB gun to an Uzi overnight.
Like everything else, it just keeps evolving, Steven. You got to stay ahead of the game. You've got to be a trend center.
Goddamn right.
You got to be able to foresee the future.
Anybody that puts the thumbs up, we greatly appreciate it. Like I said, we read all of your comments. If you guys put in a thumbs down, God bless you. Thumb down your girl right up her ass is all I can tell you. We want to welcome all of our new listeners from around the world on the Podcast One to the VIP Sports Podcast. We're excited to be bringing you into my life. Steve Stevens, a guy that bets big and lives larger. Podcast One, one of the best companies that we've been with. I appreciate you giving us all the viewers. And that True Car sponsor was just out of this world.
Yes, it was.
It was absolutely amazing. And when, you
guys can save about $3,000 on average when you use TrueCar.com.
Yeah, TrueCar.
There's a free one for you.
Yeah, God bless you, man.
TrueCar.com.
That's a no-brainer.
Absolutely.
Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at VIP Sports Las Vegas. You can message us with any questions. We'll get back right with you immediately.
Of course we will.
Major League Baseball is right around the corner, Big Skip. As you know, he packs his backpack. I fill it up with hundreds of thousands of dollars and send him the fuck out of here.
Man, am I ready for that.
Yeah, when your tours...
Pitchers and catchers reported this week, sir.
I know, well, you didn't make it this week, so...
Are you going to make it
give me about
this weekend? Give me about 3-4 weeks.
Okay, yeah. Get you back out there to pitch
about
and catch.
3 weeks, I'll be on the jet.
As you know, I send Skip out. He does a lot of scouting. Probably goes
My favorite time of the year.
Between... 14 and 16 different parks, talks to the coaches, batting coaches, fucking pitching coaches, gets out on the fucking sidelines, talks to the guys, see what's really going on in the fucking dugout.
Beat writers.
Yeah, because, anybody, remember, when baseball starts, they're going off last year's power rankings, has no clue what's really going on in the clubhouse, if the shortstop's fucking the outfielder's wife, if, drugs are going on in the program.
Well, every offseason.
If they're struggling, whatever the fucking case is.
every offseason there's a lot of changes, Steve. A lot of players moving around, a lot of coaches moving around, players coming up from the minor leagues, players retiring, trades. I mean, a lot of shit changes from one baseball season to the next.
Well, it's the time
unlike most sports, really. There's really more trades and more changes in baseball than any other sport.
Wouldn't you agree, though, some of the, if not the biggest sports bettors and real sports bettors are in baseball?
Oh, real sports bettors bet baseball.
Period.
And it's a fucking gold mine.
And guess what? And guess what? Guys that aren't real bettors say, I only bet football, I don't bet baseball. You know what that guy is? He's prejudiced to the size, shape, or color of the goddamn ball.
Well, he just don't like money, period.
Yeah, obviously. If you don't like money, you're not going to love us. I don't want to be calling you or dealing with you. Oh, I don't play that goddamn NBA shit. That shit ain't going to get me no goddamn money. Sir, it doesn't matter. I don't want you to watch the fucking game. I don't need you to be prejudiced to what game it is. All I need you to do is look at it as a numbers game. Look at your numbers at the end of the week, and as long as you're winning a hell of a lot more than you're losing, guess what?
It's all money.
You're making fucking money.
Doesn't matter if
doesn't matter if money.
Doesn't matter if you're betting a horse race, a fucking dog race, a cockfight, an NBA game, a college basketball game, a hockey game, a baseball game, a football game.
Yeah.
As long as you're getting fucking paid, it's all about dinero, man. It's about the dollar bill. You can't discriminate when it comes to the sport or the shape or the size of the ball or the hockey. I mean,
I don't care.
You just hate money if you're that way.
Skip, straight up. I don't care if it's a pissing contest, a cockroach race, or two strippers slapping the shit out of each other. As long as I got the information on who's going to win, that's all that fucking matters.
I'm getting fucking paid.
If we're in a fucking chicken fucking coop fighting in Tokyo, and we know what fucking coop motherfucker's going to get the job done, it's all that fucking matters.
You know, one chicken don't have fucking claws and the other one does. I mean, fuck. One's got a short, a sharp fucking beak, and the other one's got a dull beak.
Yeah, well, you got to be careful for that one-legged motherfucker. He's like the Karate Kid. That motherfucker kicked you like an ostrich. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the show. Got a great show for you today. Talk about college basketball. Who's absolutely on fire? If you guys haven't been playing Nebraska Cornhuskers every fucking game like we've told you, something is
We've been telling them some teams that are absolutely paying the fucking bills.
We're going to get into that right now. We're going to talk about a little bit about the Winter Olympics, which is brought to you by our boys over there at betonline.ag, which our fine studio here in Las Vegas at VIP Sports, this new state-of-the-art studio, brought to you by our boys over there at betdsi.com, Skip.
Good people over there. Betonline.ag is one of the web's most popular betting destinations. Sign up for an account. Use the promo code ALLDAY. Now, let me stop right there for a second. I've had a lot of people in the last couple weeks tell me, hey, I went to betonline.ag and I got signed up. I said, did you put in all day? They said, oh, shit, I forgot to put it in. I said, you dumb fuck, you didn't get the bonus. So when you go and you sign up for an account with betonline.ag, make sure you put the promo code ALLDAY in there because you're going to get a 50% welcome bonus instantly added to your bankroll. They got a management team over there that's been there for 27 years, since 1991. BetOnline.ag is offering wagering on nearly every sporting event you could possibly imagine. And once you're in on the action, you're going to see firsthand why BetOnline.ag, they have an A+ rating, including the earliest opening lines in the industry, the best live betting software in the business, and most importantly, they got fast payouts, people. BetOnline.ag because you can, Steve.
Anyway, as far as the Winter Olympics, I love it. I'm a USA guy. As you know, we love our military. We haven't given a shout-out to the military in a long time.
Yeah, we haven't done that.
Shout-out to all of our military troops out there for supporting our country. We appreciate you every single day. Because of you, we're allowed to do our job, and hopefully we can make you laugh and continue to make money.
Amen.
Shout-out to Colonel Lewinsky. A guy that's been with me for a year and a half now. Started out at $300 a game. Fucking guy's betting $10,000 a game. Thanks me every month for making his family able to eat while he supports our country because country doesn't do shit for him.
Shout out to my client Luke, U.S. Army Intelligence. Luke, shout out, brother. Give me a call, by the way. I haven't heard from you for 2 days. I hope everything's all right, dude.
My point was I represent my country. However, Olympics, not really too into, kind of boring.
Well, I like the Winter Olympics better than the Summer Olympics.
Definitely. I love the snowboard. Anyway, the medal counts. Germany has 8 gold, 13 total.
Oh, my goodness.
Norway, 5 gold, 16 total. Netherlands, 5 gold, 11 total.
Right.
USA, 5 gold, 8 total. Canada, 3. You know what I mean, eh? So USA's not.
Hey, you would think Canada would have more than 3 golds in the Winter Olympics.
Canada.
Oh,
Canada. Shame on you guys. You guys live on fucking ice.
Come on, Canada. Step up your game.
3 golds? I mean, come on, man. Anyway, let's talk about skiing. 1 Olympic gold medal down for USA's Mikhaili Shiffrin. More just might be on deck, Big Skip. Shiffrin, 22, used a hard-charging final run to win the giant slalom Thursday for her second career Olympic title.
It was a hard charge.
At the yeah, she got charged real fucking hard. She got probably charged after she won that medal.
At the Sochi Games.
Sochi. We're not talking about Nochi.
Is that Saki or Sochi?
Sochi. At the 2014 Sochi Games, Schifrin won the slalom title at 18 years old.
Man,
congratulations to you, Mikhaila. You're a superstar, and you represent USA. We love you.
She's going to defend the title till Friday.
That's correct. The reason why it was on Friday, it was supposed to go down the other day, but the winds out there,
Horrible winds.
horrible. I'm talking about winds stronger than Hurricane Katrina.
That's pretty strong.
Strong as it gets. Let's talk about that bobsled, because I know, speaking about being
Well, you know me. I mean, I follow bobsled.
Jamaica, man.
Dude, I've been following bobsledding for years.
Well, I know I smoke more kush than the whole bobsled team
The
put
only
together.
fucking bob you'd be sledding is
Yeah,
this
you
one.
can bob this sled
Right
all
here's
day
your
long.
fucking
bob. Yeah. All right, well, bob this sled.
Sled down this bob.
Yeah, well, when
or
Jamaica,
bob this sled.
Well, you know, Jamaica announced in January that it would be sending a women's bobsled team to the 2018
They're
Olympics.
probably pretty good.
So what happened?
Wait till you hear this. It marked not only a very historic moment for the Winter Games, Steve, but also a nostalgic one, as it also brought up memories of the country's first ever bobsled team. You remember the men's Jamaican bobsled team?
Yeah, man.
Oh, man, it was...
Cool Runnings, man.
That was 30 years ago already.
Yeah.
The men's
They
Jamaican
were
bobsled
dreadlock,
team.
Rasta soldiers.
Yeah, they made that movie Cool Runnings, it was
Yeah,
called.
man.
Cool Runnings.
They were higher than fucking a kite, dude.
Now, however, just days before the South Korean debut, the women's bobsledders have lost their coach. Now listen to this. He is claiming, or should I say she is claiming, that she was forced out. And she's pretty pissed off, the women's bobsledding coach.
She'll get over it. Just go bob.
She's pretty pissed. Apparently, she's threatening to keep the sled, Steve.
What sled? All of them?
The bobsled.
Fuck out of here.
She's keeping the bobsled that the Jamaican women's team is using for the 2018 games, okay? She's claiming that she has legal ownership of the fucking sled, and they ain't getting it back unless they pay her for it.
So what? She wants compensation to use the fucking sled?
She said, this is my fucking sled. They fired her.
So basically the bitch is taking her ball and going home.
They fired her for...
I'm taking my sled with me, motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm taking...
You fire the basketball coach.
I'm fucking speechless.
He leaves and takes his basketball with him. Huh? Fuck it, nobody's playing.
That's correct. The bobsled coach from Jamaica has been fired right in the middle of the fucking Olympics, and she got pretty pissed off, and she said, it's my sled. I own the sled. I'm taking it with me. So have fun fucking bobsledding without a sled.
You know, that's an exciting story, but like I said,
Who gives a fuck?
It just bores me. So as far as the Olympics, guys, I'm all done with your stories, all right? Shaun White won a couple medals. The other girl got paid. Other than that, dude, it's a fucking joke.
That's it for the Olympics. Yeah. There you have it.
Yeah, NBA news. Let's get into the real part of our show, ladies and gentlemen. Grab a pen and a piece of paper. We're going to get into some NBA news brought to you by our boys over at paperhead.com. You ready to start making real money? It's time to create your own business during March Madness with the best player software management in the industry. At paperhead.com, operating for more than 20 years, Paperhead will help you build your own online business and become a boss in this billion-dollar industry. Offering the premium player management tools that are available anywhere else on the web. Paperhead will help you get a jump start on the March Madness tournament, and they are offering a special promotion today. Call 888-978-0288 to get access to everything you need with Paperhead's Prime Package.
Nice.
Half price. You heard it right, half price. The offer is exclusively for the fans of the VIP Sports Podcast. So 888-978-0288 today. Tell them Steve Stevens and the Big Skipper sent you. Paperhead.com. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
What up-
Paperhead, man.
Utah Jazz.
Paperhead.
Let's get into the fucking show, Skip.
Let's keep going with the show. Utah Jazz have won 11 games in a row.
You guys ready to start making some fucking money? Grab a pen and a piece of paper. We're going to tell you what's popping.
Heading into the All-Star break,
Yes.
there's a couple of games tonight, and then that's it until Wednesday.
That is correct.
Or Thursday of next week.
Well, whatever it is,
Wednesday,
it's all
I think.
college extravaganza.
They're off for a week for the All-Star break. It's all about college basketball. And we were talking about baseball, guys. Now's the time, these next 6-7 weeks, heading into March Madness, that you build your bankroll for the baseball season, the incredibly profitable baseball season. When's the last time that you went into opening day baseball knowing you had an extra $20,000 that you made during March Madness? Probably never. Well, make sure this year's the year that you head into opening day baseball with an extra 20 grand of your bookies money that you made during March Madness. So call us now so we can start building that bankroll for the baseball season.
Pay attention. Utah Jazz has won 11 in a row straight up. Jazz is 8-3 in their last 11 games, but have lost 2 games in a row against the spread.
Well, you know what they say? You don't have to stay ahead.
You
got to beat the spread.
Electrifying rookie Mitchell, like I said, had led 24 points and 7 assists. Rudy Gobert had 14 points and 17 rebounds to help Utah win their 11th straight game, 107-97 over the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns, by the way, have now lost 7 straight. When you come back from All-Star break, go against Phoenix for a long, long time.
Well, the sun has gone down.
Yes, it has.
Phoenix.
Yes, it has.
Yes.
But it seems to rise up in Houston.
There's a lot of other things going down and rising up.
Well, yeah, you're goddamn right. Rockets are 44-13.
I got to get my mind out of the gutter, Steve.
It's okay, bud.
After Valentine's Day, I'm all wound up. All I'm thinking about is sex.
Well, fuck, go home and take a little EO. Go put fucking 40 grand on the board.
I'm a little
go
sore
home
from
and
last night. Shout out, baby. Love you.
Shout out. That's right. Shout out to Kelly out there. We don't get much time with the kids. We got to sneak in the bathroom with a little doggy, but it gets done either way. You know, when you got 2 teenagers that know what's going on and 2 infants that are running around crazy.
Yeah, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, you know, we're to the point where could you.
Well, your house is so fucking big. I'm sure you can find a corner somewhere.
You just act like I'm going to the bathroom to shave the back of my neck real quick.
Right.
Got to bend her over the toilet and go OG with it. Houston Rockets are 44-13 entering the All-Star break after winning 17 of their last 19 games.
Houston Rockets on fire.
MVP front runner James Harden, 28 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, and the Rockets fought off late rally for the 191 win over Sacktown in the motherfucking house. But Houston failed to cover the 14-point spread.
And that's all that matters. When you're laying 14 and you win by 9, no bueno.
With golden spread to Portland, like I said, Rockets take over first place in the Western Conference heading into the All-Star.
Houston Rockets in first place in the West heading into the break, folks.
So NBA All-Star Weekend, Saturday night, like I said, you got the 3-point contest.
It's going to get crazy out there in L.A. this weekend.
Everybody's going to be excited about, like I said. You got the dunk contest, Donovan Mitchell, Larry Nance Jr., Dennis Smith Jr., and some other dude I've never even fucking heard of.
Oladipo.
No.
From the Pacers.
No, I know who Oladipo is.
Victor Oladipo.
Yeah, and some other fucking no-name. So, you know, what do you think about the dunk contest? Is it how it was when Dominique and Spud? And
Spud
Jordan?
Webb, remember that?
Spud, Jordan,
Fucking
Dominique.
all 5'4" of them.
Yep.
Spud Webb.
Dr. J.
The 3-point shooting contest will have Klay Thompson from the Warriors. He was the winner in 2016. Paul George from the Thunder. Eric Gordon, defending champion from the Rockets. Bradley Beal from the Wizards. Tobias Harris from the Clippers. Devin Booker representing the Phoenix Suns.
Absolutely.
Kyle Lowry from Toronto. And Wayne Ellington representing the Miami Heat in the 3-point contest.
Yeah, well, All-Star Game Sunday, like I said, Team LeBron, LaMarcus Aldridge, Bradley Beal, DeMarcus Cousins, he's injured. Anthony Davis injured.
Yeah, they're both out.
Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, you know, Kevin Love. I mean,
Oladipo.
yeah, you got.
Speaking of him.
Yeah, speaking of him.
Porzingis is out too. He's fucked up.
John Wall's injured.
LeBron's whole team's fucked up.
Yeah.
They're all injured.
Yeah. So anyway, enough of the All-Star break.
Enough of the All-Star game.
Why don't we do this, ladies and gentlemen? It's All-Star Weekend. Like I said, it's going to be great to watch on TV. But if you want to make money, it's going to be in college basketball. Hands fucking down. Let's take a little bit of break because we got a little off track. When we come back, grab a pen and a piece of paper. We'll talk about how to get fucking paid. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Right after the break. You do like making money, correct? I'm Steve Stevens. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie. I'm the Bookie Killer. Whether you're here in town on business or to flat out gamble, don't forget, sports betting is a multi-billion-dollar industry and you deserve your fair share. Call 877-220-6540 or go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com, mention this ad, and get a $500 personal play absolutely free. See you in the winner's circle.
BetDSI.com. Over 20 years in business, A+ rated and fast and free payment of winnings with odds on all sports and global events. Get a free $25 right now to try the site and a 100% bonus on your first deposit. Go to BetDSI.com now because it's only a game until you bet it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Steve Stevens, a.k.a. the Bookie Killer, sitting here with my boy, the Big Skip.
The chiropractor, straightening people out, Steve.
First half of the show, I'm sure we bored you a little bit, and I apologize for that. I have to admit the shit that we talked about was a little on the boring side.
Come on, Noah.
I mean, if we're going to talk about, well, no, it's got nothing to do with Noah. It's your and I character. We brought off a terrible vibe in the first half.
We could fucking read a dictionary and be exciting.
Well, I'm just telling you. Do you mind if we pump it up a little bit? You mind if we show these people how to be better salesmen, how to work on their mouthpiece, how to make more money spending? See, the VIP Sports Podcast isn't just about telling about games and how to make money.
Jamaican bobsledding.
It's all about upping their swagger, making them more money, making them the best salesman in the fucking world. So, like I said, Skip, let's get into some shit that can actually make these people some money, which is college basketball. And who's that brought to you by?
College basketball is brought to you by BetDSI.com, like it is every week. BetDSI.com has been operating for more than 20 years. They're A-plus rated. They offer fast payment winnings with odds on all sporting and global events. From the player who demands it all, including an office pool or maybe a poker room, you like to bet horses, skill games, to the whales out there, the big bettors. Guys who want a no-nonsense, high-limit sports book, then BetDSI.com is a perfect choice. If you're looking for the best solution to place your action, go to BetDSI.com, use the promotion code CHEDDAR. You'll get a free bet over there, like $25 or $50. And on the house, you'll get a 200% bonus on your first deposit. BetDSI.com, that's promo code CHEDDAR. It's only a game until you bet it, Steve.
Yeah, grab a pen and a piece of paper. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right into the basketball section. I want to give a shout out to the couple haters out there making up fake accounts on Instagram to write negative comments. Listen, do me a favor. From the bottom of my heart, eat a dick.
Get a life,
You're
man.
a stalker. Get a life. Tell your wife to call me.
Fuck.
She could suck my cock. I make millions of dollars. My personal plays are 74%. And we don't want to hear any fucking thing you say sitting at home in your underwear. You're a wannabe. You're a little dick. And your life means nothing. We have a room of 40 guys that do $200,000 a week. Nobody's bigger than us. Nobody makes more money than us, and nobody deals with the biggest sports bettors in the world like we do. So get a good old-fashioned dick and find something else to do. Have your girl give us a call. I'm sure we could use her as a fluffer for our sales room.
Give us a call, invest a couple dollars, and let's make some money together. And stop your fucking crying about nonsense.
I told you the first half was a little boring. What do you say we get a little pumped up and show these motherfuckers how to get paid during All-Star Weekend?
Let's tell them how to start making money. We've been telling them for weeks now. Nebraska, we told you about Nebraska before they got super hot.
About 6 weeks straight now,
Yeah,
Skip.
we said watch Nebraska, okay? They're starting to heat up a little bit. This is a team we think you're going to be able to make some money with. Sure enough, they just continue to cover
Skip.
and cover and cover and cover.
Skip, it's one thing if we're running a show and we just come up with information that
We're not
says...
talking nonsense. We're not
like
talking
we,
nonsense,
like we
man.
say, hey, this team has won 13 straight. No. We've been giving you the fucking team 7 out of the 13 weeks. We're not just coming up with shit and reading fucking stats. We've been giving you Nebraska for the last 7 or 8 podcasts. If you don't believe me, go fucking listen to them yourself.
They're 12-1 against the spread their last 13 games. They've covered 8 games in a row. They've also covered 8 games in a row on the road. And we told you about it 5-6 weeks ago. Watch this team. They're heating up. In the Big Ten, this could be a team that's going to get you paid, people.
And to everybody that bought my personal plays and that are dealing with me with a 6-1-1 record,
Bam.
oh yeah, you know we had Nebraska as well.
Bam.
Got to practice what you preach. Let's go over to the west side, over there on the West Coast, Skip. Head coach, former Trailblazer, Terry Square-Ass Porter.
Remember him? Terry.
Yeah, ball head.
Terry Porter.
Yeah, he was a good player all around.
He's now coaching the Portland Pilots, the University of Portland.
They have 7 wins and 1 push in their last 8 games against the spread.
Not bad. 7-0-1 against the spread.
Pilots also have played to the under in 7 of their last games as well. So you might want to jump in the airplane, be the pilot, and bet them motherfuckers under all day long.
People, you'll notice that a lot of teams that are really, really good against the spread, a lot of their games are unders as well.
Write that down.
Just a little side note.
Write that down in the pilots.
Just a little side note from the Big Skipper.
Pilots under. Write that down and circle it. Let's move on. SEC. I'll say it 16 times. I'll say it 30 more. Auburn Tigers are proving that they are not only good in football, but they can ball out of control on the basketball court as well. Skip.
Another team we told you about weeks ago before they really started heating up.
Those
when they
War
were
Eagles.
They were a little bit under the radar, And since we told you to keep an eye out on Auburn, they've fucking absolutely been on fire.
Let me actually give you the stats since we told you to keep an eye on them. War Eagles are 11-2 against the spread in their last 13 games.
That's a solid 89%.
We've been giving you the War Eagles for the last 10 fucking weeks, guys. I don't know what else to tell you.
90% against the spread.
But you want to hear more sports information, right?
Can we talk about the bobs?
Do you want to talk about bobsleds, or you want to talk about breaking the fucking bookie? Oh, my God, dude. Anyway, look. Auburn was giving 9 points to fellow SEC powerhouse Kentucky last night, and the Tigers covered.
By 1 point, but they got the money.
66. Well, actually.
They covered against Kentucky last night, winning by 10, laying 9.
Correct. Also, Mississippi State Bulldogs, Skipper, covered a 2.5-point favorite over Vandy last night.
Yes, they did.
Bulldogs won their 6th straight game against the spread.
Right.
They're 6-1 over their last 6 games. They are definitely on fire. Mississippi's won 6 out of 7 against the spread. That's a team that'll get
Mississippi
you
State.
Mississippi State,
Right.
excuse me. What about the Big East?
That's a team. Mississippi State's a team that's been covering a lot. Their games have actually been going over.
And they started off slow, but they're actually starting to cover the spread right now. 6 out of their last 7 games. They're hot as a pistol right now.
In the Big East, something the Big Skip knows about. That's a conference I follow over there. Villanova, what up? The Xavier Musketeers are first in the Big East, Steve.
I bet they are.
Xavier has covered a 7-point spread last night against Seton Hall. It was their 3rd straight win against the spread. And the Musketeers have 6 wins against the spread in their last 7 games. So here's a team we haven't mentioned really much before. Xavier, take a look at the Musketeers. They're starting to heat up. Not starting to heat up. They are heated up. They're hot, okay? They will pay the bills. They will help you pay the house off, the car off, take your wife on an extra vacation, catch up on some of that child support, whatever it is you got to do, people. Xavier, it's getting you paid.
Yeah, well, to be exact, just like the Bulldogs, 6 out of their last 7 games they've covered against the spread.
6-1.
SEC. Actually, fuck SEC. Why don't we get into who's not hot? Okay?
Who's putting you in the straight foreclosure?
Correct. Now, guys, grab your pen and a piece of paper because I know you can't get this information anywhere else. These are games that we've been giving you that are hitting 80%. We told you the Mississippi State Bulldogs are on fire. We told you Auburn Tigers. We told you about the Pilots. More importantly, Nebraska Cornhuskers, Xavier. Now, let's talk about some teams that'll put you in the poorhouse, have you fucking begging for rent, and sucking cock out on Fremont Street. Let's go.
Oklahoma Sooners, even though they got the Player of the Year candidate over there, Steve.
Yeah, Trey Young, I don't understand this one at all.
Trey Young's a beast. He's the candidate for Player of the Year, but the Sooners are struggling against the spread. If you bet the Sooners, you're getting your ass kicked. And
you're shitting the bed.
Yeah, you're about to lose your house and get your car repoed.
Yeah, you Okies out there that bet your team, this is the prime example why we say you can't bet with your heart.
They've only covered once in their last 7 games.
We said
not good.
We've said it once. We said it again. You can't bet with your heart. It's all about who pays. That's all that fucking matters. So stay away from Oklahoma. Like I said, even though they do have Trey Young, they've lost. They haven't covered the spread 6 out of their last 7 fucking games,
Correct.
Skip, which is pretty embarrassing. SEC, perennial power motherfucking house, Kentucky.
Yeah, we just talked about them. Lost to Auburn last night by 10.
Yeah, they're struggling more than a one-legged prostitute out on the strip, Skip.
Yeah.
Their 5th straight loss against the spread last night.
So if you're betting Oklahoma, you're losing. You're betting Kentucky, they just took your car from you.
Write this down. Do not bet Oklahoma. Do not bet Kentucky. These powerhouse teams are not covering the spread, and they will not get you any head. That's for goddamn sure.
Now, don't get Mississippi State confused with Ole Miss.
No.
Mississippi State Bulldogs, you've been getting paid.
Fire.
Now, on the other hand, Ole Miss,
Correct.
the Rebels,
Oh,
wow, you're going to be taking your car over to get title pawned
that's a fucking
to
fact.
pay your fucking bookie.
If the bookie doesn't come take it himself and drive it around like you're a basehead. So,
Ole Miss just lost their 6th straight game against the spread, Steve.
6 out of 7 against the spread, just enough to put you in the poorhouse. Remember, guys, you never bet a team that's due to win. You play streaks, you play who's hot, and you look for marquee matchups that'll, bottom line, get the job done, Skip.
That was a huge tip he just gave you right there in case you weren't listening or you missed it. Don't try to figure out when a team's going to bounce back off of a 6, 7, 8 game losing streak. I talk to guys that make mistakes like this all the time. You got a team that's lost 5, 6 in a row, especially if they're a good team in general, and you're over there trying to figure out, oh, there's no way they're going to lose 7 in a row. I'm going to fire on them this time. People go broke that way and go broke real quick.
Well, and you're lying.
Don't ever try to bet against a fucking trend. And on the same token, if a team's won 12 games in a row, don't start betting against them thinking, oh, they got to lose eventually. There's no way they're going to win 14 in a row.
Correct.
Okay? Because you will go fucking broke with that kind of mentality in sports betting.
Yeah, you can't lie to yourself in this industry because
No.
you'll go broke real fast.
Simple rule. Don't try to buck a trend. If anything, ride the trend.
That's a fucking fact. Let's talk about some over-unders before we get any further.
Let's do it.
These are games that you can make money on betting the over, ladies and gentlemen. I want to talk about the MAC West. Northern Illinois Huskies. They're 8-0-1 to the over in their last 9 games.
Wow. Last 9 games, if
Northern-
you bet the over, you're getting paid.
Write this down. Northern Illinois to the over. If you've been betting this team in the last 9 games, you're 8-1, $1,000 players up $7,000. Real fucking simple.
Right. I'm glad you mentioned that. Do you mind if I do the college basketball promo right now?
Please do.
I'm going to do something fucking crazy now that we're talking about college basketball. He wanted to get the second half of this podcast pumped the fuck up. Well, let me inflate some fucking air into your goddamn
Do that
tires.
shit, Skip. Let these motherfuckers know,
I'm
Skipper.
doing something fucking crazy for NBA All-Star Weekend. It's all about college basketball. It's all about hockey. It's all about building that bankroll before March Madness. In 15 days from now, the conference tournaments are going to start, Steve. In 15 days, okay? Now's the time to build your bankroll for these conference tournaments and March Madness. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run a 6-pack. He doesn't even know what I'm going to do. He's going to lose his mind when he hears this. I'm running a presidential 6-pack. 6 games this weekend for President Weekend. First game's Friday night. I'm giving you 3 solid winners on Saturday in college basketball. Not 1, not 2, but you're cashing 3 fucking times this Saturday. And 2 more winners on Sunday afternoon. That's 1 Friday night, 3 on Saturday, and 2 on Sunday. The way I do math, 1, 3, and 2 equals 6. It's a 6-pack presidential weekend, and I'm doing all this $66. 6 are running wild. He's going to lose his fucking mind. $66. Give me a call, 877-220-6540. This is for new clients only. If you have an account with us already, don't try to get that deal. If you called in last week for the promotion and you're going to try to sign up this week for $66,
ain't happening.
It's not happening. If you've never had an account here before, new players only, presidential weekend, 6 plays, $66. If you're sitting there saying to yourself, man, I really want to know how well these guys are. I mean, I've been listening to them for over a year now, and I still haven't called. Here's your chance to see a track record of consistency. Not 1 play, not 2 plays, not 3 plays. A 6-pack presidential weekend for $66, 877-220-6540. You must call by 5 p.m. Pacific time on Friday.
1 call.
That's all.
All right, guys. College overs, the MAC West, like I said, Northern Illinois, write that down and circle it. You bet them to the over until they don't cover anymore, plain and fucking simple.
That's right.
In the Sun Belt, Arkansas State Red Wolves. Shout out to Denny Ray out there, Arkansas, all our people. RRP to our boy, Denny Ray. He was a Razorback. But Arkansas State Red Wolves, 5 straight overs. So you want to write that down and circle it. Arkansas State to the over, ladies and gentlemen. Wichita State, by the way, has won their last 5 overs straight as well.
The Shockers.
Silk the Shockers also played to the over in 6 of their last 7 games.
Shockers, 6-1 to the over, their last 7 and 5 straight overs.
Give me one more over and then we'll move on. Give
In
me
the
one
Colonial. Let's go to the Colonial. Drexel.
Oh, shit.
Little tech school, little computer school over there in Philly in my neighborhood.
Yes, sir.
Drexel has 4 straight overs, 4 in a row. The Drexel Dragons, Steve, have played to the over 5 out of their last 6 games.
Okay, beautiful. So then Northern Illinois, Arkansas State, Wichita State, and Drexel are teams you want to bet over right now, ladies and gentlemen. Real simple.
Real
You want me to talk about Brady's jockstrap, or you want to talk about games that are going to make you money?
Let's talk about some college games that are trending to the unders.
Correct. We just gave you overs. Now write this down here.
Low-scoring college teams where the unders have been cashing.
Write it down.
Teams that have solid defense.
Unders.
Don't give up a lot of points. Don't score a lot themselves. A lot of college basketball teams that are going under. Talk about a couple of them, Steve.
Well, one that absolutely makes me sick because their team should be scoring a hell of a lot more. Alabama.
Sweet home Alabama.
They went over in their last game. However, before that game went over, Crimson Tide went under in 12 straight
Wow.
games.
Did you miss that run?
Alabama 12-1 in their last 13 games to the under.
Wow.
That might be a fucking stat you might want to fucking abide by. You know what I'm saying?
Here's a free pick for you.
Yeah.
Take their next game under.
Jesus.
They'll be 13-1.
Yeah. 14. Yeah.
Yeah.
Virginia 12-2 to the under in the last 14 games,
Another prime example.
including 4 straight unders.
Last 14 games, the Virginia Cavaliers, 12 of them have been under.
90+%.
Wow.
You bet under in the last 14 games, you're 12-2, you're up 10 units, $1,000 player, $10,000.
Yeah, what was the score of their game the other night? Like 49 to 44 or something? They didn't even break 100.
Now, very, very low score.
Virginia's got a mean D.
Yes, they do.
That's why they're good.
That is correct. Defense wins games, ladies and gentlemen.
We told you over and over again.
Big Ten, Ohio State Buckeyes, guess what? 9-2 to the under, and it's the last 11 games.
Wow, 4 straight.
4 straight.
Unbelievable.
These fucking teams, ladies and gentlemen, are easy money. You don't see people at the sports book betting the fucking under on Virginia.
Sports
you don't
bettors
see them
don't-
betting the under in Ohio State.
No.
Come on, man.
Sports bettors don't like betting unders because it's boring to watch the game.
Well, maybe you should take advice from the #1 sports
Yeah.
bettor in the fucking world
Don't
on
watch
how
the
you
game.
can get paid.
Yeah.
Correct.
Just bet the game. Go get the money. You don't have to watch it to make money.
You want to talk about it, or do you want to get rich like we have?
Yeah, you want to get paid or you want to watch TV?
Yeah, real fucking simple. Now, one thing I do want to talk about also is the West Coast to the under, because the 15th ranked St. Mary Gales, 7-0 to the under in its last 8 games.
Wow. With
Saint-
one push. Unbelievable.
Listen to this one, though. They haven't had a game go over since January 13th.
Huh, there you go.
You're talking about a team that's winning all fucking month long.
There you go.
Under St. Mary's. Real simple.
You bet St. Mary's games under for the last fucking 5 weeks, and you've gotten paid every fucking time. There may have been one push in there.
That is correct. Let's go
Wow.
over yeah, well, check this out. Big West, Cal State Fullerton Titans also hasn't had a game go over since January 13th as
Wow,
well.
a lot of West Coast unders.
Fullerton has 5 straight unders, and the Titans are 7-1 with a push in their last 9 games.
To the under.
So you're 7-1 to the under with a push, up 6 units out of fucking 8.
So there you got 5 solid teams where the under is absolutely getting you paid. Alabama, Virginia, Ohio State Buckeyes, the St. Mary Gales out here on the West Coast.
Correct.
And Cal State Fullerton.
Real simple, ladies and gentlemen. You're not going to get that from any other podcast in the fucking nation or on the fucking web. We just told you who's hot in college basketball. We told you who to stay away from. We told you what teams are covering. We told you what teams are going over and what teams are going under. What else do you want? Real fucking... Oh, I know what I want. I want to talk about my motherfucking Golden Knights.
There you go.
NHL teams, Toronto Maple Leafs, 5 straight wins, my friend.
Yep.
Chicago Blackhawks.
Chicago Blackhawks have been, they've fallen apart recently.
The Blackhawks...
7 straight losses after last night.
7 straight.
Yeah.
However, the Vegas Golden Knights, Brad Hunt, Riley Smith, and David Perron put the Blackhawks down for the count in the 7th straight loss by scoring on 3 consecutive shots
3 consecutive shots.
during the first 4 minutes.
That's amazing.
Is that fucking amazing?
That was a huge third period.
Oh, my God. Yeah, first 5 minutes in the third period. Bow, bow, bow. To a 5-2 victory
Yep.
to get the job done. Now, check
Vegas
this out.
was actually trailing in that game.
Yes, they were. What, 1-0?
I got to tell you, when 3 straight shots on goal go in, that goalie's got to be dumbfounded.
Oh, it's got. I mean, that you're talking, guys. If you don't know what we're talking about, third period starts. Every consecutive shot they shot against the goal went in.
3 straight shots by the Vegas Knights went by the goalie.
Unfucking believable.
Wow.
Anyway, the Knights retained the top spot in the Western Conference.
Yes, they have.
Thanks to a 4-goal third period.
They just put up a 4 spot at home last night against the Blackhawks to get a 5-2 victory.
Knights are 24-3 at home and became the
20 wins and 4 losses at home.
Yep, and became the 3rd team in NHL history with 20-game victories and an inaugural.
Shout out to the Las Vegas Knights.
Shout out to our Vegas Knights out there, and shout out to you people out there that are aggressive looking to make money. Real fucking simple. I know this is a bad industry. Listen, I'll be the first one to tell you. For every 7 apples that fall off the tree in this industry, 6 of them are rotten. However, not everybody that calls you is a liar, thief, cheat. Every now and then you run into someone who can actually do what they say they can do, and that's make you money. We don't need to listen to these fake motherfuckers on Instagram or Twitter or this, that, and the other. Take advice from the documented #1 individual in the world on the Business Financial Network, CNBC. Take it from a guy who is the only sports consultant in the history of sports betting to be on primetime television show to show America what this industry really is, considering that I've taken it over.
The facts are the facts.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Jim Feist, out of business. R.I.P. to Jeff Allen, out of fucking whack.
Where's Wayne
Shout
Root?
out to Wayne Root, out of business. One day you own the biggest service, you're going for president. Next day you're at home with your dick in the hand, and Steve Stevens is on top.
Smoking Dave Koken and the Kango hat.
Smoking cock coking. Want to give a shout out to Dom the Dominator. Hey, brother, don't let the games pick you. You pick the fucking games like we do, because I tell you what, that guy blew our mind. with some of this.
Bethune-Cookman to the over.
Anyway, like I said, stay aggressive. Don't fall into all the bullshit that you see on the internet, because you deserve better. You deserve the finer things in life, and so does your fucking family. More than likely, right now, with All-Star break coming and college basketball being in full effect, there's more traps out there than you could possibly imagine. The sports books are putting traps out there. They're moving lines from 4 to 5. In reality, the money's coming in on the other side.
Right.
They're trapping you, trying to take your money. Don't fall into these fucking traps. Don't fall into the bookies' bullshit. One thing about me, I don't hate too many people, but I hate a motherfucking bookie. There's a reason why I'm banned from every Cantor casino in Las Vegas. Nobody else is. Go to YouTube. It's fucking filmed. It's live and it's fucking real. I'm banned from every fucking casino from making too much money.
Unbelievable.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. You want to be on the winning team? You want to go over and beyond what you ever thought was possible? Take advantage of Skipper's offers. Call the office. Get on our team, and let's go make more money than you've ever fucking imagined. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
On behalf of VIP Sports, myself, my family, we love you. Be safe. Enjoy All-Star Weekend. And like I said, don't let the players be the only ones to get paid. See ya. Bow.
It's Steve Stevens, I'll bust your bookie head open. Split it to the white meat, I ain't joking. Me and Dirt Bomb in the ghost float. Straight OG like that kush I be smoking. It's way too potent for rookies to come hit it. A little white girl around, I might sniff it. Popping bub in the club, so twisted. My pops keeps telling me to go get it. So I'm at the sports book, betting big on the Clippers. I'm talking about 5 figures, I need a few shots of liquor. Might need another zipper if the bomb play me. Fuck around and put $500,000 on Tom Brady. When it comes to betting sports, Steve Stevens a beast. Need a certified winner called VIP Sports. Got too many felonies to ride around with my Glock, so sure to keep it since I got shot in Vegas like Byron.
I keep hearing things. I keep hearing things. It must be the money talking. It must be the money talking. I keep hearing things. I keep hearing things. I keep hearing things. It must be the money talking. It must be the money talking. I keep hearing things.